Make your community better. This is our community. Go and make yours better. In your image. We have made this community in our image. In God's image. In Jesus' image. We welcome the stranger. Go home. Go home.
The shooting happened, of course, amid the widespread daily protests that are happening over in the Minneapolis area following the January 7th shooting death of Renee Good, who was killed when an immigration and customs enforcement officer fired into her vehicle. And of course, the Department of Homeland Security has maintained that the officer's life was in danger and that Renee Good was using the vehicle as a weapon to try to hit the officer. So again, they are saying that that shooting was justified. There have been those daily protests that are taking place every day in Minneapolis. Now, this is just a mile away from where Good was shot. That is where today's shooting did happen. Waltz did say in a social media post that he had been in contact with the White House after the shooting. He urged President Trump to end what the Department of Homeland Security called its, quote, largest ever immigration enforcement operation, saying on social media, quote, pull the thousands of violent, untrained officers out of Minnesota now. Important to note here that we are still awaiting this news conference that is set to begin in just about 10 minutes here with Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey and Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara. Now, we do know that the Star Tribune there over in Minneapolis was the first station, or I should say outlet, to report that Brian O'Hara confirmed this person had died as a result of their injuries. We also have this live look right now that is just coming in from the city of Minneapolis, where that news conference should be taking place here in just about 8 minutes. We're going to bring that to you in full, uninterrupted, and commercial-free. And then at last check, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino expected to speak as well. So we're going to bring you all of that.
So it's happened again. There's been a shooting in Minnesota involving Minneapolis involving, I believe it was Border Patrol, but who I'm not exactly sure, but the first reports I heard was Border Patrol. And the 51-year-old guy who decided to draw on law enforcement. I mean, what happens when you draw your handgun, your firearm on law enforcement? What do you think is going to happen? And it happened. And unfortunately, I think that's what some on the left, if not most, want to see happen. They want for this to happen. Because all they're going to do is go, see, another shooting. You killed another one. That's what they want. And the mayor of Minneapolis and the governor of Minnesota are not making it easy. They are not, as they say, turning down the temperature. You know, they're not telling people to go home and stop this and stay on the sidewalk and, you know, don't bring your firearms. There's no need for you to bring your firearm and have, because there isn't. But they won't do that because they want this kind of thing to happen. This is the kind of thing they want to stand behind and somehow use it to their advantage. And then you've got these people that are getting paid $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a month. A week to protest, who are not even from the area. They're not even from the area. I thought this was our hand. All right, hopefully this sounds a little better. So these companies that are paying these people to be there to demonstrate, to protest, no, don't worry about nothing. They're not going to shoot you. They're not going to kill you. They're not going to arrest you. They're not going to do any of that stuff. Just go. Don't worry about it. And if you go to jail, we'll bail you out. Don't worry. We have a system for that. We have a plan. But just go, and yell and be mean. And, I wouldn't be surprised if they tell them to throw stuff or whatever. Is just whatever they tell them, they make them feel like they got nothing to worry about and nothing bad is going to happen. Now, the people with the guns and the rifles you've been seeing walking around and hanging around their necks, just standing there waiting for trouble, actually, waiting for them to create the trouble. I don't think they're part of the paid activists. They're just there from the neighborhood or from the city thinking they're going to come and defend something. It's really gotten, these people are really, I'm sorry, these people are stupid.
Hey, Lori, if you could hear me.
I mean, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen if you draw your firearm at a police officer? DHS, ICE, Border Patrol. What do you think is going to happen? The leadership of Minnesota, if you want to call it leadership, in Minneapolis are completely 100% to blame for this. They are not. They are fanning the flames. That's what they're doing. They're fanning the flames. I heard, I'm looking for it now. I heard the governor made some stupid remarks this morning. And if you don't have a gas mask, I'll tell you what, if you don't have a gas mask and your eyes become irritated or you take pepper spray in your face, everybody right away, oh, give me water, and they pour water. Well, guess what? Guess what? It's freaking below zero in Minneapolis. How do you think that ice water is going to feel on your face when it freezes up? Now see if I can find it. I saw it. Somebody posted it too. I was about to go get a haircut, but
I have done nothing at all. My name is Matthew James Obadiah Allen. I'm a United States citizen. If you kill me on the street. You're gonna kill me! That's what you want? You wanna kill me?
shut up.
You wanna kill me on the street? You're gonna have to fucking kill me!
Maybe that's what he wants. Why do people get stupid? Oh my God.
Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out.
Dad, please!
I got you.
No!
I got you.
Dad!
I'm nice. What's your name? Sarah. We're with you.
Sarah Allen,
What?
please, that's my husband, Matt Allen.
Okay.
I
We were
can't
just running
find
away
my
from the gas. That's all we were doing.
can't find my violin.
He's being arrested by ICE.
Okay. We're gonna take care of him. Can I get you inside? What's your husband's name?
His name is Matthew James Obadiah Allen.
Matthew James Obadiah Allen. Write that down. Matthew James. We're not gonna let him get lost. It's gonna be fine. Matthew James Obadiah Allen. Matthew James Obadiah Allen. You're writing it down? Thank you. I'm just gonna keep saying it. What's your name? What he would want? What's your fucking name, pussy? So we're gonna track him in the system. We're gonna make sure he's gonna be fine. We're gonna make sure he's gonna be fine. What do you want to get you?
All right, again, you can hear some vulgar language being used there in the background. On the right-hand side of your screen, the podium is set up. There is a microphone there as we expect to hear from Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey and Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara. They're expected to make remarks here in a matter of moments. That was slated to start just about 2 minutes ago, so we should be hearing from them in just a second, and we are going to make sure to bring you those remarks here as they get underway. We also know about 1 p.m. Eastern Time, so in just about 28 minutes, we are going to be hearing from Greg Bavino. He is with Border Patrol. He's been holding different news conferences as well as all of the situations have unfolded there. And this is actually a live look at the podium for that image that should be starting here in just under 30 minutes. We're going to bring you all of these live feeds and raw feeds as we are getting them here into our newsroom.
Still alive. We didn't hear any shots or anything. Just probably put him in a car. See right over there?
All right, let's see.
I don't want you to get any closer. Is he that person they're surrounding over there?
I do want to remind you that viewer discretion is advised. This is a warning. Vulgar language.
Oh, come on.
Who
cares about the language at this point?
Well. Just keep that in mind. But this is a.
I've been hearing it for weeks, if not years.
Appears to be crying and is essentially being comforted by what appears to be another protester. Again, federal law enforcement there after we learned from the Associated Press that a 51-year-old man has been shot and killed by a Border Patrol agent. Greg Bavino with Border Patrol, who was supposed to join us around 1 p.m. Eastern Time, looks like that might be pushed back as there is now a news conference at 1 p.m. Eastern with Greg Bavino, the Border Patrol commander, expected to provide remarks.
So there's supposed to be a press conference from Mayor Frey,
but as you can see,
Frey, whatever you want to call it, right now,
they have been holding up the different trash cans that are in that area, kind of using them to create what appears to be a barrier of sorts. Now, the Associated Press saying that a man was fatally shot by a Border Patrol agent in Minneapolis this morning, and the Department of Homeland Security saying that the man was armed with a gun. 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is now come and gone. We are at 12:34. We expect that we're going to get a news conference with Mayor Jacob Frey of Minneapolis, as well as the Minneapolis Police Chief, that is Brian O'Hara. Again, it looks like things are kind of set up and ready to go, so we should be getting that shortly. We're going to bring you those remarks as well as the live feed of Greg Bavino when he does take the podium. For now, though, do want to take you back out to that raw sound out there live as all of this
seriously
is ongoing.
Bitch ass boy! Man! I got that shit on my watch, boy! 50K! We got 50K bonus! What bitch ass boy!
And then you got these people that just come in to join the yelling, and you get to call people names and throw stuff at them, and they probably don't even live in the area. You know, most of those people don't even live in Minneapolis. Those are the activists that are getting paid that come in from other areas. Yeah, everybody's a tough guy. Everybody's a tough guy there.
Again, if you are just joining us here, it is now 12:36 on the East Coast and 9:36 on the West Coast. We are bringing you these live feeds that are coming in.
How much you want to bet Mayor Fry is going to say something stupid?
As of right now, the
Predictable.
as we await this news conference with Mayor Jacob Fry is that
I know Governor Walz said something earlier, and I'm looking for that video. I missed it.
Right now, tear gas being deployed.
But nobody seems to want to turn down the temperature on this. Of course, the police not helping to take care of crowd control. You know, and the other thing I wanted to mention, all these lies going around that Border Patrol is picking up and detaining
All right, so again, you are watching this
U.S. citizens.
We are awaiting these remarks coming in from Jacob Fry. He is the mayor of Minneapolis, and we're also expecting that we are going to be hearing from other officials.
You know what? If you haven't committed a crime, you got nothing to worry about.
And at this point, we are.
If you are here legally, you got nothing to worry about.
Border Patrol commander there.
You want to fight DHS, ICE, Border Patrol, police, then you got something to worry about.
And you can see, of course, we are
common sense stuff.
As we are getting them in. Again, this is where you can see the podium.
But you know what? The buck is mightier than common sense. They'd rather get paid. Why? Because they don't have a regular job. They don't have jobs.
Jacob Fry, the mayor of Minneapolis, and the police.
You know, I'd rather do this. Get paid $1,000 every few days, maybe $1,000 a day. I heard it was $1,000 a week. And be outside, be in the fresh air.
They enjoy this shit.
tell me you're getting all of this, man. They love this shit.
They love this. You hear it? Did you get this on video? They love this. You heard him say it. You heard him right there. Yeah, that's the one.
Keep coming. 27, they clear. 27, they clear. Let's go. Hey, we're a BG agent. These dudes that see you sitting on the van. I need you over here.
All right, this is the video of what happened this morning, not long ago. What happened? Where am I? Okay, this is somebody sent me this. All right, I know where to try to get. Oh, that's
was armed with a gun. Again, we know that this person, according to officials, 51 years old. However, we have not heard additional information about who that person was, no other identifying details. On the bottom right-hand side of your screen, Mayor Fry with Minneapolis expected to speak here really in a matter of moments. This was slated for about 15 minutes ago. However, we also know that Greg Bavino, the commander with Border Patrol, should be addressing all of this as well around 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's when he was slated to do a live Zoom interview with us. However, it appears that is not happening as scheduled now, as this other news conference will be taking place. We're going to bring all of this to you live right here and raw on Live Now from Fox as we get it.
This is what happened.
They're doing too much, man, and they keep pushing people, you know?
So at some point, so they got this guy, they're arguing with him. I guess he became hostile. They're trying to get him in cuffs, and then at some point, he whips out a gun.
Oh shit! What the fuck? They killed him? Did they fucking kill that guy? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Not again! Are you fucking kidding me? That guy's dead. Yo, we need people on site.
They're doing too much, man, and they keep pushing people, you know?
That guy's ignorant. They keep pushing people. No, they don't. They keep getting pushed. They keep getting harassed. Everybody's got a breaking point. Everybody. And these people that won't mind their own damn business are intent on finding out how much they can F around.
Oh shit! What the fuck? They killed him? Did they fucking kill that guy? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Not again! Are you fucking kidding me? That guy's dead. Yo, we need people on site.
Yep. You know, the more and more this stupid crap happens, the less sympathy I have for, you know, if it's a homegrown, regular Joe protester in their community, they got neighbors, they don't like ICE, they don't like the president, whatever. Nothing wrong with that. But these people getting like this, interfering, that's where that's that line I have where, oh well, you know what? If you get stupid, you know why. Don't ask why. And then they'll say, oh, he was just protesting. Oh, he's a father from blah blah blah, and you know, like. And now the weekend will be worse because those who do have jobs, but they're only free on the weekends, those are the ones that are going to come out. Where's the mayor? Come on, mayor. You know what the mayor should be saying? Something horrible happened today. There was a scuffle. The 51-year-old man pulled out a gun, possibly fired a shot, at which point law enforcement fired back and they put him down. Everybody, if you're not from the area, go home. If you want to protest, stay on the sidewalk, don't interfere. That's what he should be saying. That's what he should be saying. Hey, Janice. Hey, Kathy.
All right, what I want to do here, as we are expecting these remarks momentarily from Mayor Jacob Frey, Homeland Security putting out the photo of the gun there that we showed you a bit earlier, but this is what they say that man was armed with. You can see it there on the left-hand side of your screen. Now, a pretty lengthy statement, as they say at 9:05 a.m. Central, a DHS law enforcement officer, several of them, were conducting a targeted operation in Minneapolis against an illegal alien wanted for violent assault. An individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun seen in the photo. The officers attempted to disarm the suspect, but the armed suspect violently resisted. Again, this is a statement here from DHS. They say more details on the armed struggle are forthcoming. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics on scene immediately delivered medical aid to the subject, but was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 magazines and no ID. This looks like a situation where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement. About 200 rioters arrived at the scene and began to obstruct and assault law enforcement on the scene. Crowd control measures were deployed for the safety of the public and law enforcement.
Okay, I was going to say that too, that it resembles a Keltec, but I'm not
Again, as you can see, we do have
100%
the
sure.
podium set up for Greg Bavino, the commander with Border Patrol, also officials with ICE. They're going to be expected to speak at this news conference as well. We're going to bring it to you in full here on Live Now from Fox, as well as this news conference with Mayor Jacob Frey and Police Chief of Minneapolis, Brian O'Hara. This one slated to start about 20 minutes ago, so it appears to be running late, but there is the mayor.
I'm going to turn it over to the chief to provide an update and some of the details based on the limited amount of information that we have thus far this morning, and then I will provide some comments myself. Chief?
There we go.
My name is Brian O'Hara, B-R-I-A-N, O''H-A-R-A. I am the
Let me guess. I want to thank.
At approximately 9:03 a.m. this morning, Minneapolis police received a report of a shooting involving federal law enforcement in the area of East 26th Street and Nicollet Avenue on the south side of the city. Officers arrived and found an adult male with multiple gunshot wounds when they arrived. Life-saving aid was being rendered, and he was transported by ambulance to Hennepin County Medical Center, where he was later pronounced deceased. Based on the information that we have, which is very limited, this is a 37-year-old white male who is a Minneapolis resident, and we believe he is an American citizen. We have not been told any official reports of what has led up to the shooting, but we have seen the video that is circulating on social media. Our demand today is for those federal agencies that are operating in our city to do so with the same discipline, humanity, and integrity that effective law enforcement in this country demands. We urge everyone to remain peaceful. We recognize that there is a lot of anger and a lot of questions around what has happened, but we need people to remain peaceful. In the area, we have an unlawful assembly at this time. Minneapolis police have given multiple warnings for the crowd to disperse. We are asking for people to avoid the area and to leave if you are there. We have requested mutual aid from the Minnesota State Patrol and from all our local and county regional partners. We ask everyone to remain calm and to please do not destroy our own city.
I just saw a video of more than 6 masked agents
Oh boy.
pummeling one of our constituents and shooting him to death. How many more residents, how many more Americans need to die or get badly hurt for this operation to end? How many more lives need to be lost before this administration realizes that a political and partisan narrative is not as important as American values?
Okay.
How many times must local and national leaders must plead with you, Donald Trump, to end this operation and recognize that this is not creating safety in our city? As you'll hear from Director Sayer in just a second, we have seen these kinds of operations in other places, in other countries, but not here in America. Not in a way where a great American city is being invaded by its own federal government. I'm done being told that our community members are responsible for the vitriol in our streets.
See, you know exactly what I said.
Local elected officials.
I mean, the police officer was trying to get people to leave the area, calm down, take it easy. Do you think the mayor is doing that? No. The mayor is on his usual track.
People peacefully protesting in the streets, speaking out, standing up for their neighbors.
Was that dude carrying a 9mm gun
single
who shot at police? Is that peaceful to you, bro?
Those peaceful protests embody the very principles that both Minneapolis and America was founded
Oh,
upon.
shut up. I'm here. Oh, the people of Minneapolis.
Conversely, the mass militarized force and unidentified agents who are occupying our streets, that is what weakens our country. That is what erodes trust in both law enforcement and in democracy itself. So to everyone listening,
Oh, boy.
stand with Minneapolis. Stand up for America. Recognize that your children will ask you what side you were on. Your grandchildren will ask you what you did to act to prevent this from happening again, to make sure that the foundational elements of our democracy were rock solid. What did you do to protect your city? What did you do to protect your nation? This is not what America is about. This is not a partisan issue. This is an American issue. This administration and everyone involved in this operation should be reflecting. They should be reflecting right now and asking themselves, what exactly are you accomplishing? If the goal was to achieve peace and safety, this is doing exactly the opposite. If the goal was to achieve calm and prosperity, this is doing exactly the opposite. Are you standing up for American families right now?
Why do you think that is, buddy?
Or are we tearing them apart? The invasion of these heavily armed masked agents roaming around on our streets of Minneapolis, emboldened with a sense of impunity, it has to end. This is how it has to end.
Another bullshit press conference. I expected more from him. I don't know why, but I did. Put the police chief back in front of the mic.
This is a moment to act like a leader.
But you
Put
haven't.
Minneapolis.
You haven't.
Put America first in this moment.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Let's achieve peace. Let's end this operation, and I'm telling you, our city will come back. Safety will be restored. We're asking for you to take action now to remove these federal agents. Director Sayer.
My name is Rachel Sayer, and I am the Director of the Emergency Management Department for the City of Minneapolis. I took this job to keep us safe because I live here,
Oh my God.
and this is my community. We are doing everything we can to mitigate the impacts of this terrible situation.
No, you're not.
The city's Emergency Operations Center continues to be activated, as it has throughout the surge in federal agents over the last few weeks. We are tracking impacts and coordinating the city's response to this situation, which is having profound repercussions in our community. I can't underscore enough how much Operation Metro Surge is impacting our city. Families with loved ones detained and those who are afraid to be in public lest they become targets need help accessing the most basic necessities like food, housing, and rides to school. Businesses are shuttering and our local economy is severely impacted,
Okay.
which means families are suffering.
All right, way off track. We're talking about the shooting that happened this morning, not the state of the city right now, which is all your fault too, by
My
the way.
neighbors, my friends, my community members are ceasing participation in public life, afraid to even go to the doctor. In response, the city enterprise continues to utilize our entire emergency apparatus. That means staff across departments, often around the clock, are putting their regular jobs on hold in order to respond to the impacts of Metro Surge. I want everyone to know there are numerous resources available to community members right now. We have mental health help available. We have food assistance, housing and rental assistance, legal help. We are sharing information about what to do if you are exposed to tear gas, pepper spray, or other chemical agents, and the state AGs and ACLU are collecting reports of rights violations. You can access these resources on the city's virtual resource center at minneapolismn.gov.
Yeah, how about don't put yourself in that position to get pepper
Please share
sprayed?
this information with your
How's that?
neighbors. We have help and we want you
If
to
pepper spray comes out, that means that protest is no longer
My
peaceful.
background is an international humanitarian response in conflict zones in Yemen, Haiti, Syria, Iraq, and Ukraine. What I've seen here is what I've seen there.
Oh my goodness.
A powerful entity violently and intentionally terrorizing people, making them afraid to go outside so they can't earn a living, so that kids are forced out of school. This has a lasting generational impact. People can't plan a single day of their lives because they don't know who is around the corner.
You know, I hate
if
to
their
say
family
this,
member or neighbor is
but
about to
are
pass
all
away.
leaders
In these
in
times,
Minneapolis
we see
stupid
both the
like this?
best and the worst.
Really?
The worst is the terror.
They live in this fantasy land.
The best will continue to be our.
I mean, are all the leaders in Minnesota
way
this
we are showing
stupid?
up for each other. That is the in the.
You know, I refuse to believe that the real residents of Minnesota and Minneapolis are liking all this that's going on.
Is there any communication right now between local federal law enforcement or cooperation, or where do those efforts stand to try to calm what's going on down there right now?
Yeah, I'll turn it to the chief to answer.
They're saying, what's going on to try to calm the situation? It's like, you people should be telling everybody to go home, just like this police chief just did.
So the question was, there is an incredibly volatile scene in South Minneapolis right now, and the extent of communication with law enforcement agencies. We have established a command post that is led by Minneapolis Police, and there are representatives from all of the regional, local, county, and state organizations. We have had communication with Homeland Security, but they have not been able to provide us any specific details around the incident itself. We are responsible for ensuring the safety of people on the streets of our city, and we are doing everything that we can to maintain the peace right now, led by Minneapolis Police, but with the help of the Minnesota State Patrol, Hennepin and Ramsey County Sheriffs. Several suburban towns are in the city helping us with 911 calls. We have done an emergency recall of all sworn personnel back to duty. And we are working with the fire department right now to ensure that 2 small fires that were started in the area are safely extinguished. But again, we need everyone to avoid the area if possible. And the people who are in the area, we understand your frustrations. This is not sustainable. But we need people to leave the area at this time.
Is the National Guard involved?
We have communicated with the National Guard. They have been on standby for several days. And we have ensured the National Guard, as well as all of the local law enforcement partners, are aware of the situation.
Chief and Mayor, if I can ask you, this is a statement from Tricia McLaughlin, spokesperson from DHS. She said in her statement, an individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. Seen here, they showed a picture of it. The officers attempted to disarm the suspect, but the armed suspect violently resisted. More details on the armed struggle are forthcoming. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics on the scene immediately delivered medical aid. Is that what happened?
So Minneapolis Police, the question was, you read a statement from DHS saying that a weapon was presented and there was attempts to disarm the person. Again, like I stated earlier.
To me, it looks like the guy fired a shot because all DHS or ICE was on him, and then all of a sudden they kind of took off like this a little bit. They all backed off like instantly, and then that's when they fired at him.
Minneapolis Police, as well as our supervisors, our watch commander, responded to the scene. We were not provided any public safety statement around the incident, what happened. We have since seen a video that is circulating online, like thousands of other people have at this time. So we do not know what happened prior to the recording that is online right now. I immediately called for the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension to respond, to conduct an investigation. They are
What happened? That feed has been lost. The whole feed overall is still good because you got the video on the side here moving around.
is we have identified this person, 37-year-old white male, resident of the city. The only interaction that we are aware of with law enforcement has been for traffic tickets, and we believe he is a lawful gun owner with a permit to carry.
Chief, can you clarify, was MPD cut out of this investigation? Has the BCA been cut out, like we've seen from the two previous shootings?
The question was, has MPD been cut out of the investigation, and has the BCA been cut out? As I stated, I immediately requested the BCA to respond. It's my understanding that they are on the scene. I have not heard anything otherwise. There was initially some information was relayed to me over the radio that our officers were told that they were either not needed or could leave, and I gave a direct order to ensure that Minneapolis police maintain the scene as well as other state and local law enforcement.
Can you talk about the discrepancy?
Do you know whether it was multiple officers involved in the shooting or one officer? Do you know their whereabouts? Are they in custody at all? Or something?
So the question was is there multiple officers involved in the shooting? That is the preliminary information. That is our understanding, that it was more than one law enforcement officer involved in the discharge. And again, there is public video that shows several law enforcement officers in a scuffle with someone.
Can you talk about the discrepancy? The initial reports said that the victim here was 51 years old. The information that you have, where is that from?
So the question was, the initial reports said the victim was 51. The information that I have is we sent Minneapolis police officers to the hospital with the individual who was shot, and they have since identified that person.
Two more questions.
Do you have the name of the individual who was shot?
I do, and I'm not releasing it.
Are you able to talk, have you been able to talk with top ICE and Border Patrol officials to ask them to please be in on this, or have you talked to them, or have you been rejected?
The question was, have we talked with federal law enforcement to be in on this? We have had conversations with Homeland Security Investigations this morning. We are told they do not have any information to share at this time, but we will attempt to maintain those communications going forward.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Do you believe that they have no information to share at this time?
The question was, do I believe that they have no information to share at this time? I don't know if the individual that we were in contact with would or not. This is a Saturday morning. And just like it was for us, it was a scramble to do an emergency recall and to get people to the scene.
All right, thank you guys. We will have more information if we get any later throughout the day.
All right.
All right, there you have it. You were hearing from Police Chief Brian O'Hara of Minneapolis, as well as Mayor Jacob Fry.
That was pretty useless information, to be honest. There isn't enough pushback to what the police chief was saying, which before he wasn't saying that stuff. Now he is. Everybody, if you're not from the area, go home. Don't come to the area. Stay clear of the area. If you're in a protest, stay on the sidewalk. Don't bring a firearm. Don't bring a rifle. Don't bring a gun. I mean, I don't know.
Border Patrol, as well as other officials, including those with ICE, are going to hold their own news conference here and provide much more information.
The only way I can make sense out of it is that, yes, these are paid, hardcore paid activists that'll they're in it for $1. They're in it for $1, and they don't think they're going to get killed. If they're just protesting and yelling or throwing snowballs or whatever, yeah, all right, whatever. But you got people bringing guns and they're going to try to shoot or kill members of law enforcement. Well, guess what? Something bad is going to happen.
I hope the cartel talks you up. I hope the cartel talks you up. We're gonna find out who you are. We're gonna find out who you are. I hope the cartel talks you up too. We're gonna find out who you are. Bitch ass niggas.
Did you go on our women on
These are the guys with the megaphones, with the microphone. These are not regular people.
We don't want you here. Go home to your family. Get out. You would shoot a mother in the face. You would take a 2-year-old from her parents. You take a 5-year-old from his parents. Go home. Get out. You're an invading force. Go home. Go home to your family. Go home to your people. Get out of our streets. You kill us. You shoot us. You gas us. You tase us. You shoot tear gas at us. This is who you have become. Get out. We are the people.
Poor the guy at the grocery store. There's a grocery store right there in the corner. Good. Is it Good Grocery? I think that's what it is. Poor guy can't get any business because they got the streets blocked off.
Again, for those tuning in right now, viewer discretion is advised. You can hear very vulgar language being shouted at those Border Patrol and other federal agents that are working in Minneapolis. Right now, this is
All right.
over at the shooting
I'm going to
scene
cut this
itself.
right now.
And
Anything
I
else
wanna
comes
remind
up later in
you
the day, I'll be
protests
back.
are
I'll be back this
underway.
evening. I want to talk
The
about
police chief of Minneapolis,
my
our
interview.
General Assembly
Oops, let me lower it
has
up
been
here.
declared there. So at this point,
My interview coming up Wednesday night with Lynn Marie Garcia. And I want to tell you a little bit about that case because, man, that is pretty freaking wild. If you don't know about it, I'll bring it up. Yeah, I'll do that tonight. I'll bring it up later. I'll see you guys later this evening. Thanks for being